Sorry to be interrupting your amazing jams right now, people. But we've got something even more amazing coming up. Because everybody's going so fast today. Everybody's so fast. We have another extra special run for you guys. We are going to be seeing Kinnin running. Kinnin? Kinnin. We're going to be seeing Kinnin running.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
We're going to see Kinnin running Kirby's Superstar Ultra, the Meta Knight Ultra percent category. Yes, I will add percent to everything.
Okay.
So I will deliver you to him right now. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have fun. Have fun, guys.
PC audio. It should be PC audio.
I might want to. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is everything ready already? Okay. Well, hello. I'm Kinnin11, and this is Kirby Superstar Ultra. Just Meta Nightmare Ultra mode, actually. And fuck you, rule.
Whoa!
And at PG-13.
One F-bomb is allowed. And ready on time?
3, 2, 1, go.
So this is a game mode of Kirby Superstar Ultra where we play as the amazing Meta Knight. You might notice as I'm killing enemies, these little blue balls are flying towards Meta Knight, and they fill up the bar on the second screen. This is my point bar, and they give me certain abilities. For instance, the Meta Quick, which I will be using most of the run. It basically you go fast, basically. It's all you need to know. So this is Wispy Woods, we just quick kill him like that. So dashing in this game mode is the fastest and most damaging attack you can do. So I'll be using it a lot. It also grants invincibility frames while moving, which makes it a perfect attack for going fast. I have 25 points here, which is nice. I was looking for at least 24, so I don't have to kill Frosty for his points. So optimizing the point round is really important in this game, and I'll be focusing on it a lot. So this is one of the other moves. This costs 30 points out of a maximum of 50. And it basically deals 190 damage to the entire screen. Which is a lot. Oh my god. I'm a little rusty here and there. You might notice it. So I'm gonna attempt a quick kill here. Ah, almost got it. I'm not completely sure what I did wrong there. That's the annoying thing about that quick kill. Also a little thing, the flapping, the faster I mash, the faster I'll go up. So I'll try and mash as fast as I can, but I'm not that amazing at it. And then got quick kill luck here. He does another move where it goes down and then you can just slide through to kill him really quickly. So this is DDD. I will wait a bit and then do that. And now he's dead. So I waited a little bit. It's about 10 frames of waiting. Just so I can... because for some reason the dash will deal less damage if I don't wait those 10 frames. I don't know how that works. This wasn't even sub 2, which is trash tier. So the little thing about falling down these ledges, you see me hold the shield button for a little bit. For some reason that saves 1 or 2 frames. So whenever I'm passing through ledges, you'll see me do that. Oh my god. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, some ladders. So in level 2 or Dynablade, you basically have too many points to go around. So I can just keep meta quick for as long as I want, which is really nice. Damn, messed up. So there's another ability I haven't spoken about yet. It's on the bottom left, called Night Call. And it has a really cool glitch with it, which is this. Damn, kind of messed it up. So what I just did there was I did a slide attack and I interrupted it with the Night Call. This only works when you use the touchscreen, because you can also call a helper using the X button, but for some reason it only interrupts when you use the touchscreen. And for some reason it like stores your speed, and then you can add speed to it, and the path of least resistance is flying through the air, so you jump, and then you just jump really far really quickly, which is a pretty cool glitch. I'll be using a few more times. Like here. That was perfect. So here we have Bonkers, which we'll use a tornado on. So a lot of this game is just movement optimization. There was actually a certain trick that I'm not using. We like to call it the short hop, but it technically isn't a short hop, because short hopping isn't a thing in this game, because your jump always has the same height. But there is a really weird mechanic with Meta Knight's flap. If you flap one frame after you jump, for some reason it'll give you it'll throw you down almost instantly with a lot of speed. I'm not using it because I've never practiced it, and I'm generally really bad at one-frame tricks, so I don't like using it. This is a decent time so far. So here with Bugsy. Bugsy is annoying. He has a set of different patterns he can do. He chose one of the more annoying ones. So you just tap him to death. So from this point on, I want to pay a little bit more attention to my points. I currently have like 43, which is quite enough, honestly. I will grab him for extra points. I tend not to grab him, but I'll grab the health for marathon safety. It's not really needed, but getting hit is quite easy in this game. So now I have 37, which is an amazing amount. That's basically exactly what I'm looking for. It'll allow me to do an extra meta quick without too much consequence. So I can do one here. And I want to have 43 before entering here, and I didn't, so that's bad. I miscalculated. Call it rust. So I would usually tornado this guy, but because I messed up my points, I'm not going to. Only loses me a few seconds in game time. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'm currently doing the in-game time route, which is slightly different from the RTA route. We basically have to pay more attention to our points, because every time you use Mech Tornado, the in-game timer stops. So it makes Mech Tornado actually worth using, because it takes like 10 seconds to use, which is a lot of time, where you can also deal normal damage. So this is Dynablade. He's the only enemy I can do this on. He's currently not on screen, but for some reason my Max Tornado will actually still hit. I don't know why, but that's the only enemy that does that. And I got good luck, so I can kill him quickly like that. Oh, whoops, too much start messaging. Okay, next up is GCO, or Great Cave Offensive. I'm not gonna go the bottom path because I can't short hop. No, it's bad. So here I also kind of want to pay attention to my points, but honestly I know exactly which enemies I want to kill and exactly how many points they give. I actually have a lot of extra points because I didn't leave Dynablade with the normal amount of points. So I'm like way ahead of points, which is nice. It means I can skip a few enemies like this one. Yeah, 37, that's more than enough. I only need 30. So it takes 2 hits, and then you just Mech Tornado, and then Paddy Wheel is dead. Yay. So this is a card skip, it's not that hard. I'm honestly not per se looking to kill all enemies. We had a bit of a round change a while back. In the past I would want to get all enemies there or else I would be lacking in points. But now we have a little route change that moves a few points around, making this part a lot safer point-wise. I would have had enough points anyways, looking at my points right now. So this is a pretty cool boss. It's Computer Virus and it's basically an RPG fight. This is also the main reason I'm playing on Japanese, because for some reason the Japanese text scrolls a lot faster than the English one. We don't know why, but it just does that. And it saves about 16 seconds in Meta Nightmare Ultra. In overall the entire game, if I would do 100%, it would like save over 2 minutes. So that's just how crazy the difference in text speed is. We get some stats. Sadly, I can't read them. Another card part. So here we're gonna do a skip, which is mandatory. So we just skipped an entire part of the game. You cannot enter that tower. There's a lot of stuff you do there as Kirby, but it's Meta Knight, we are literally forced to skip it, which is honestly fine. We like to go fast. Ooh, that was bad. So you could use Meta Quick here. I don't really like it because then you can get stuck on ledges a lot. So here is the true power of the shield cancel. You go down really fast. The reason why it works is because you're skipping an animation. So this is Wham Bam. And he's dead. Nintendo and their hand bosses. And then the final card part. And then some elevators. I like to match the music. It's a lot of fun. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good GCO 333. So this is Revenge of Meta Knight in the main game. But I like to call it just Halberd because, well, you are Meta Knight and it's hard to take revenge on yourself. Instead, we're just gonna destroy our own ship. I don't know why. I guess Mennonite likes to destroy things, including his own stuff. He's probably mad because they couldn't stop Kirby from messing with his plans to bring order to Dreamland. So here we're gonna do another Mega Jump, as they're called. Nice. The difficulty in that Mega Jump is the follow-up. That was a pretty good boss fight. This is going really well. Damn it. Didn't go down far enough there. 103, that is a really good entry time for the auto-scroller. Also, one of the best things about this game, and running it on 3DS, is probably this. Just wiggling the circle pad around. Gives that nice sound. We're just gonna go through here, kill as many things as we can, as we like them points. Slightly out of tune there. Nice, we got that Rocky. You don't get that Rocky all the time. Sometimes you're unlucky. So we killed Wispy Woods a while back. Here he is again. Hello, Wispy Woods. I hate you. You must die. He doesn't like that, so he spawns two more of himself. And we just tornado him down. They're all sad because we killed them. It's pretty interesting how they can be sad even though we killed them. And then we have another movement section. I actually really like this part if I do it well. And I already messed it up a lot. Oh yeah, I messed it up completely. That's annoying. When that movement section goes well, it really looks pretty cool. So a cool thing about Tornado is that the point of origin of the damage is actually the last point where Meta Knight was before you used it. So these bonkers will fly to the left because I was standing on the right of them, rather than flying from the center outwards, which is pretty useful. And this is what I like to call the elevator. I'm actually mashing with 2 fingers on 2 buttons. Because this game has 2 jump buttons, which is incredibly useful for that. And then we go into the cannon. Nice sub 3 cannon. This halberd is going pretty well. Means I'm gonna fuck up the second part. I shouldn't say to use F-bombs. Holy shit. So here we can skip using the catapult there. Just flap over the Gordos. Here we fight our own men. They're literally called the Meta Knights. So we shall be insubordinate no more. So I went all the way to the right there to summon this elevator. Saves a few seconds of waiting. Because you're waiting for the other elevator anyways, so it's pretty nice. So here again, I'm standing on the left. So the 2 mid-bosses will fall to the right. And this is a really good tornado time. That's really nice. Just a quick dash through them. Finish them off. So for main cannon number 2, we have a pretty cool strat. We just stay above him, and he can't hurt us. There we go. So here we used to do a mega jump, but we figured out it was slightly slower. Damn. Usually doesn't hit me. You can go through the sections with some weird jumps and stuff, but I'm not sure if it's faster, and it's definitely a bit more intricate. So I did another glitch there really quick. You didn't really see it properly, probably. It's called a DDJ. You'll see it later on in a bit more detail. It'll look really weird. It's basically a mid-air jump. It has a few conditions that needs to be met before we can perform it. And is one of the points there. So here we have another autoscroller, because this part of the game likes autoscrollers. And I like to destroy all blocks. Also, this isn't a true run. So for Heavy Lobster, normal hit, dash, damn it, he walked forward slowly, that's pretty annoying. Normal hit, dash, tornado. He usually runs forward, so I was kind of taken off guard there, which is kind of annoying, but you can deal with it. Well, that was all blocks. Oh, all blocks. I don't know. Probably never. There are a lot of blocks in this game. So this section is somewhat annoying. I went through it normally. I have a severe lack of points though. That's a little bad. I need to think. Yeah, I shouldn't have used Metaquick there. Don't know where this point deficit is coming from. Let me think. Yeah, I'm 3 points short right now, so I'll have to farm a little bit. Because there's a boss coming up, and I like to use Tornado on that boss. If you don't, it's really slow. We're just gonna go to the left real quick and kill those chickens again. Actually called Tukis, but whatever. So for this boss, usually there's this laser coming down and you have to angle it so to hit the reactor core. But for some reason you can just tornado it and it dies. Which is nice. 634. That's okay. I'll take it for the amount of rust. So this is the only part where I really want to farm in the game. I'll farm a little bit of points. Let's do one more pass. That should be good. Actually, no. Yeah, okay, now we're good on points. I had to do an extra pass because I'm lacking. It's the only part where you actually want to farm points, because farming points is really slow. But it's useful to do here, because you get a lot of points for the amount of time you spend. And now we have Twin Woods again, and he's dead again. This game likes to recycle bosses a lot. Now we have the obligatory water level. Luckily it's only like a minute long. I messed that up. You can actually go through there without hitting the ground, but call it rust. So you can do this part without Metaquick. It's a few seconds faster if you do though. I was lacking on points, so I killed those two. Usually you skip those. Ow. Knuckle Joe can be a bit of an asshole. So now I have basically 1 point more than I would like to have, which is perfect. Having more points than what I want is always good in this game. There's, by the way, one power I haven't explained yet on the top right. It's called Heal. There's a very good reason why I don't use it. Because I have my honor to defend. My honor as an MKU runner who has a sub 25. Yeah. You can one cycle this with that pattern, but I'm really bad at it. I tend not to make it. I like the other pattern more. So I'm really low health, which is kind of bad for the upcoming sections. For this section is fine, but I'll be grabbing a bit of health along the way. It'll lose me some time, but it's a lot safer. So there we grabbed a little bit of health. This health we're gonna skip. And we're gonna grab this one as well. So we're basically on good health now for the next part. So this crack has a little bit more health than the other one, so I need to be a little bit safer with what I do with him, or else I will just go straight into him. This is Hotbeat, also called the Destroyer of Runs. You can take a guess why. No, it just does a lot of damage and it loses you about 2 seconds. Because the animation is pretty long. And that is probably the there we go. That is probably the mega jump I like doing the most. You know, like this. It's pretty annoying. I'm gonna unhelp her here. Having the helper out is pretty annoying because he tends to move your camera around in ways you don't expect, so we like to get rid of him as quickly as we can without losing too much time. Damn, bad cannon mashing there. So this is Chameleon Arm. Hello, he's green. He can be pink as well, and other colors. Just hit him, dash him, back tomato, and he's dead. There is actually a graphical glitch you can get with this guy. We don't know why it works and how it works, but we know that sometimes it does that. It looks pretty cool. Damn. So Cavius is sort of like the restoration area, as I like to call it. Because there are a lot of mid-bosses that give you like 5 points and a lot of enemies that give you 2. And every time you beat a boss you get some health. So it's like the perfect area after Hotbeat. Whoops, I pressed the X button accidentally. That's not what I wanted. I have to help real quick. Every time I do that it loses me 2 points, so it's also routes. Technically quite annoying when that happens. So I'm a little bit lacking in points, so I would like to have his points. There we go. Here we have Wham Bam again. This time he has a little bit more health, so I'll have to do an extra hit. It's actually a less racially insensitive version of Wham Bam. If you want to see the most horrid version, look up KSS, the original version of the original version. Yeah, it's kind of the original version of the game. So recently someone found out that you can do this with these blocks, which is pretty cool. And this is the DDJ. So how it works is you run off a ledge, and then you perform certain actions. These actions include bonking into a wall and using your sword. When you do that, for some reason you get an extra jump, basically in midair, which is pretty cool. Doesn't save much time, but it's useful in a few places. Damn. This is pretty annoying. Okay, and here we fight the silver heavy lobster. Damn it. Sometimes you're a little bit early. The reason, by the way, why I am always trying to hit him from above is because some of his moves will hit you if you just stand in front of him, which is kind of annoying. Okay, this is a pretty hard section, so I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. Damn it. There we go. That wasn't all that good, but I'll take it. Yeah, this is mostly movement and not really cool tricks, but that's fine too. It is a really fun speed game to play. You can do this on emulator as well, though it's not recommended, because touchscreen controls on emulator are horrible. But it is allowed. You can also just, if you have a time in this game, you can just send in a picture until you get sub 26. At that point we do require video proof. But even at that point, emulator is allowed. Shit, I need to farm a little bit of points. I wasn't paying attention. This is actually really bad. I need 31. And I really do need these 31 points. Else I'm just gonna lose a lot of time. Going back and getting those points there saves me more time than not grabbing the points. Those are messages from someone. So this is another computer virus. He has a few extra things that he does. You can just almost one-cycle every boss. Boom. And then we get new stats. Oh. Computer went to screensaver. Sorry for that. So now we're going to go into the final boss. So I guess get ready on time. The boss does take about a minute to do because he has a lot of health. It's Galactonite, who is the greatest warrior of all time. And this is the reason why I wanted to have 31 points. He summons these minions, which give a total of 9 points. So now I have exactly enough for Mech Tornado. I'm gonna hold it in for a while because I'm gonna try and skip a certain phase of his, like this, where we basically skip RNG here. So I think it should be done. Time. So the RTA doesn't really matter to me, so we're just gonna skip ahead. 25:38 is a pretty good in-game time. I'm actually kind of happy with that. Sub 26 really is good when I'm really fucking rusty at the game. As you can compare to my best times, which are all almost like over 10 seconds faster. So yeah, but that is Meta Nightmare Ultra. I hope you enjoyed it.